Welcome to episode 43 of Gintama. Last time finished off the Kagura arc with her father, so now I'm going back to not knowing what to expect from Gintama. We had a 3-episode arc, which was pretty unusual, and now I guess we'll just go do who knows? Could be anything. It's Gintama. So, looking forward to finding out. That arc was fantastic, and I can't wait to see what we're going to do from there. So, got the subtitles and the timer if you want to follow along, or you can pull the episode up on your own, but either way, we're going to watch episode 43, then discuss it at the end. Let's go. In 3, 2, 1, play. And we got the farewell, and that was great. I really enjoyed that arc in that episode. So we got the OP playing, so while that's going on, let me just say that if you enjoy these videos, subscribe to the channel and ring the little bell to be notified when new ones come out. Gintama's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, in addition to the other shows that I do every other day of the week. Also check out my links in the description below. There's Twitter and Discord if you want to come talk, come hang out and all that stuff. And there's Patreon. Supporting me on Patreon helps the channel to stay alive, and it gets you rewards like being able to vote on what shows I'll watch and getting early videos and all that stuff. So, yeah, that stuff's there. This episode is called Make Characters So Anybody Can Tell Who They Are by Just Their Silhouettes. It's not so much a title as it is just a general piece of advice. A good one. That's a genuinely good advice for designing characters. That's actually a good idea. That is a title that is not going to fit in the title of my video. The title is down there. I'm going to have to paraphrase. But either way, yeah, that's good advice. Characters you can tell by who they are by just a silhouette. Stand out pretty well. Primary colors, complementary colors, like a unified color design between the characters. I don't know what that's going to have to do with the episode itself, but we'll see. So here we are at the Otose Snack House. And I apparently missed entirely that Kagura went home. Or it happened in between. Okay, there she is. She's right here. I was like, when did Kagura go home? What? I know that she didn't. So I was just like, did I miss it? Did it happen between episodes? Like, and they're just informing us now? But no, I was like, I know she didn't. You fucking gaslighting me, show. Trying to make me think I'm crazy. Because I remember seeing the preview in the end of last episode where it was saying, like, we're going to try to find a new heroine, and I thought that was just a joke. Nice. Because you peed on the worm. So for now, she's just hanging out here to be like, oh, they're all going to miss me so much. I was really confused at the beginning. I'm like, she didn't go home. But apparently she did, so I guess I'm just wrong. But no. By the worm. That's what happens. Why is my phone ringing while I'm watching the Gintama? I don't know who you are. I don't want to talk to you. Fool. He did pee on a worm. You think you can take my attention away from Gintama? How about go die? He peed. He peed on the worm. The alien worm corpse. Is that true for any alien? He's dead. He just straight up died. Because he peed in the wrong place. You gotta watch where you pee. That's today's lesson. It's entirely possible. Getting to see what life is like when you're not there. Yeah, that stands out quite a lot. It's like emulating Kagura. I don't know. Like a booster shot? What a booster? Like what is the booster? No, it's not gonna be that. Got the hair like her too. Oh yeah. Wow. Forget about me, huh? I see how it is. That's a lot. That's too much. She's still pouring. I still hear it. Okay. It's a little dish. It's a little thing. How is she gonna make her grand entrance? Whoa. In what way? No. I'll not no, no. I'll get rid of you in a heartbeat over Kagura. Give me my dear Kagura. I could deal without you. Well, that's nice. How kind. Oh, Shinpachi. Pretty little girl Shinpachi. Yikes. Now you got her thinking about her dead father. This whole this whole everything is just off the rails. Oh, nice. That'll make my swelling worse. Yeah, I mean, if the doctor's gonna touch your dick, you might as well. Doctor, I just can't get the swelling to go down no matter how much I try. If only you could do something about it. Porn music starts. Wonderful. This whole situation, this conversation, she's dead on the table with Leia buns. Shinpachi's singing. Kagura's just watching all of this. She's being a bitch. She might want to leave after this. She might want to go call her dad and be like, "Hey, come back and get me." You do it, Shinbachi. Keep singing. Still just thinking about this doctor. Yeah, he did, and they don't get a ton of work anyway. Who wanted to join? Oh, of course she would. Do you guys not recognize who that is? Yeah, okay, Gintoki does. Right? Does he not realize that that's her? He didn't know her full name? She's gonna be the new heroine of the show. And Gintoki's wife. I guess he might have only known her as Sachan. Or just didn't think of it. Didn't think of her. It's like, oh shit, people are coming in here to try to replace me. She's just gonna be outside that window for the entire episode. Maybe. Absolutely. Orochimaru. Wait, that is Orochimaru's voice, isn't it? Holy shit. That is the voice actor of Orochimaru. Now that I think about it. I never... It's been so long since I've seen any of the Naruto anime, I never would have thought of Orochimaru's voice. Right. He's got the glasses. A mohawk. Char exclude. There's so many references in this episode. Maybe I wonder if the editor actually ever said that, and he just put that in the story. But now you can't see. This is gonna be like the hot pot episode, where it's just in one place. It's not as absurd as that one though, but it's like a bottle episode with a bunch of weird references and off-the-wall conversations and meta jokes. Has it really been a long time? I won't allow it. I'll take Sachan over you guys. Whoa. Ninja, glasses, cat ears, triple threat. She can. Yeah, he has. Of course, Otose has known him the longest. Meow. Meow, meow, meow. You're introducing that for points towards being the heroine? Nice. He's trying to copy the Where's Shinpachi? What's he doing now? He stopped singing. They're just having a horrible argument. She does care for him a lot. What a weird thing. He's just drinking. You might as well just leave, Hasagawa. I don't think you really want to be a part of this. You get out while you can. All of you, actually. You might as well leave. What are these requirements? Of course. Of course. Yes. Oh, Kagura, you have a pretty face. You have a personality. You've got a unique look. I say you've got those things. You're great. Okay. This is what Shinpachi wants. This is what he thinks about. Why is it a day late? And if we're talking about a Shonen Jump heroine, usually she has to be just a really bad character. Kagura's like one of the best main female characters, or just female characters in general in shonen manga, usually aren't the best. Usually pretty overshadowed by the males. Oh my god. No, it can't be you. We can't, no. Oh my god, ew. What? Nice. You're not punching fast enough for a true aura. My god, why are you just taking it, man? Stop! The squishing sound is terrifying. Go away, what? No, stop. Enough. Enough out of you. None of the requirements. You okay? Yikes. Oh yeah, he's fucking Gendo Ikari. Right. Detailed examples are limited. So we got some jiggle, some bounce. Right, that's what you meant. I mean, it's not a disagreeable opinion. It's, you know. Okay, Jesus Christ. Thanks, Sadaharu. Oh, yeah. Bam. Pow. Absolutely. He's right, you know. Personality was last. Hot face, hot body. I guess you gotta have, like, a personality or something. And clearly hot body is not necessary for some shonen heroines. Have you seen Sakura? How's going on there? He's just been out of it. Ah! Kagura, please come settle this. Of course he would say that. Now they're gonna go, oh, I thought they were gonna go, like, find Otsu and beat her up. We need Kagura back. That would be too easy. Oh yes, absolutely. She was the best of us. If only she were here, right now. Is she still here? Is she still watching? Where'd she go? Oh, she's just... There you go. She's just eating. Problem solved. There's nothing wrong with your figure. You're perfectly fine. Absolutely. Thank God. Mascot in a way, too. Very iconic, recognizable, cute character. Okay, we're getting the ED with a good chunk of episode left. So, I'm not going to skip through it. We're going to wait and see what else is happening in the episode. But yeah, I'm glad that they saw that she's back. So we can just settle that right now. No one compares to Kagura, and you're all fools for trying. I bet whoever called me during this episode was calling to see if they could be the heroine too, and whoever they were, foolish. There's just no way. No matter who it was that was calling me, you just can't replace Kagura. Don't call here again, thank you. Ridiculous. So we still had an episode about Kagura in a way, and like dealing with the aftermath of that last arc. So next time we'll see where we go, what other random little stories we get, or if we move into more arcs. So it's kind of like so the main arc was 3 episodes, but then this 4th one also dealt with the aftermath of it, so it's kind of part of it too, a little bit, in a way. Alright, since it ended a bit early, we're starting the next one. Cool! Gintama just does those things, and that's one of the good things about it. It ended early. Let's just do some other thing, I guess. What could he be plotting? But it looks so tasty. Is that true, though? Speaking of sweet. Yeah, you can't resist that. I mean, look at it. She needs a refill already. Oh, hi. Why is she in jail? What's happening? For what? Why is she... I guess just because they associated her with him. They know that she hangs with him, so they arrested her because... Is that from when she was homeless? Did they get her while she was by herself? Maybe. But either way, she'll be executed for his crimes, and we can't have that. I don't know, I feel like Elizabeth is probably immortal. I don't think you can cut that girl's head off. She's too weird. Make everybody a ninja. I'm Katsura. Of course. Oh! That voice! What just happened? Sasan? That sounds weird. Sakun? Well, shit. Let me speak to your manager. Get your own tea. Side character? Background extra? Nice. And fired. There you go. No, you're not cut out for this line of work, I think. Cruel. But for the best. She would have lost them eventually. Probably like later today. Would have happened anyway. Alright, ninja training. Of course. Are those the outfits we saw in one of the ED pictures? I think maybe. They look pretty good though, except for Shinpachi. Why not? Kagura is our fearless leader. Yeah, I don't know why he's yellow, though. He's never had yellow. Why do you want to be the cow? I see. Alright, that happened, I guess. And I guess we're continuing it next time. Sure. I love Gintama's structure, in that it doesn't have one. Well, alright, let's talk about that episode then. Alright, episode 43 actually kind of deals with some of the aftermath of Kagura's 3-episode arc. Not directly, but just that we get this comedic episode where everybody thinks Kagura is gone, and now they've got to argue about who the new heroine is going to be. And I loved that arc, I loved the last episode, I thought that was all really good. But now we followed it up with this episode, which I wasn't a huge fan of. This is not one of my favorite Gintama episodes. I was much more interested in the story introduced at the end. Some of it's good, just the fact that the concept of it is good. That's something that Gintama can do with how meta and self-referential and everything that it is. Just arguing over who the heroine will be, everybody giving their 2 cents on what it takes to be a proper heroine, having the weird structure that this episode has, where it just kind of, the ED plays really early, and they're like, oh, well, there's still more episodes, so I guess we'll just start the next story. The fact that the Gintama does that is really cool. They don't feel the need to stretch or shorten things to fit certain chapter or episode lengths, because honestly I thought that the gag that we were working with at the beginning of arguing over who the heroine would only be maybe like the first half of the episode, and honestly I feel like it should have been, just it would have been better for me, but I don't feel like it was artificially stretched out necessarily. Like, I don't think they took what was in the manga and stretched it out. I doubt him writing the chapter in the manga artificially stretched it out to fill a whole chapter. I don't know, I could be wrong, but I feel like personally it just didn't hit me in my funny bone as much as some other episodes did. So for me it felt a little stretched out in that way, but not in the way of stretching it out to fill an episode. I think it filled up as much time as they wanted it to, as much time as it could, and then just, okay, there is still time left, so let's start the next one. And then I thought that would just be like a short little story, just a couple minutes long, but no, that's just the start of the whole next story that's happening, and that's continuing into the next episode. They just started it in the last 3 minutes of this one, because who cares, why not? Which is really funny. And I'm glad that it's continuing, because I was more interested in that. The fact that they're gonna train to be ninjas, and they've got these Power Ranger outfits, and Shinpachi's a cow, and I was actually kind of disappointed that that was only going to be the last few minutes of this episode, but the fact that that's continuing next time is really cool. I'm happy about that. But yeah, with this one, well, I definitely did like that structure. I do think it got a little repetitive. It went on a bit too long for my tastes. It's similar to the Hot Pot episode in that it's all very simple in one location, just kind of being insane people. But I thought that one was a lot better because it was so absurd and over the top over this very simple thing. There was a lot of really crazy shit like Otose and Catherine then where they were like huge, and the aura, and there was just, it was nonsense, and like the Death Note reference was very clear. I expected Ryuk to be on the roof again at the end of this episode, or somebody, because there's a lot of references in this one to Evangelion, a ton of them just referencing things in general, like how to be a good heroine. You gotta have the face, you gotta have the style, which may or may not mean big boobs, big hips, that kind of stuff, and you gotta have the personality. And I don't care what you say, whatever kind of standards you hold these heroines to, Kagura is fantastic. She's my favorite character, and she deserves to be the heroine. All you other bitches can get out of here. Nobody needs to be here. In fact, the guys get out of here too. I just want a show about Kagura. Just be her alone, and I'm fine. but yeah, Kagura, like in comparison, when I think about other Shonen Jump females, as I was kind of saying during the reaction, a lot of the time they don't tend to stand out. You think of some of the big ones like Sakura, and she's very famously not liked by a lot of Naruto fans. Or you've got people like Orihime and Bleach, people like Rukia a lot, but I never really got that into Rukia. And you got the females in One Piece who a lot of the time just don't contribute in the same way or as much as the men do, and it's a thing in a lot of stories. I'm watching Kimetsu no Yaiba right now, and Nezuko's in a box most of the time. They're better than usual in My Hero Academia, but they still definitely do less. Just look at the Overhaul arc and how we just didn't even see their fight, really. We saw all the fight for the guys, but we just kind of skipped the girls' fight, and that kind of stuff usually happens, and Kagura is definitely a standout for me for Shonen Jump females. With just what little of Gintama that I've seen. I was really confused at the beginning of the episode, because they started it by saying that Kagura went with her dad, and so they're looking for a new heroine. And I saw that in the preview last episode, but I thought it was a joke, because Gintama, you can just joke around and make up fake shit in the preview, because it's Gintama. But then they started the episode that way, and I was really confused, and I kind of just went with it, because I just assumed that I was wrong. I was like, did they have a line in the last episode that said she was going to do that and I missed it? Was there like a weird after credit scene that I missed? Did it happen in between episodes and I'm supposed to take this as the reveal? I'm just assuming that I'm wrong, and I'm like, oh no. People are going to get mad at me in the last episode reaction that I didn't talk about the fact that Kagura was leaving. What's going on? And I'm just assuming that I'm wrong. And then it shows her there, and I'm like, okay, why are you trying to make me think I'm a crazy person, show? Like, I knew that she didn't leave, and it was just trying to make it seem that she did, because apparently they all thought that she did. And so the fact that she's there watching it all is funny. Like I said, a lot of it went on for too long for me personally. This would have worked better as a shorter segment. But a lot of it is pretty good, and just the fact that Kagura is outside listening to this utter insanity when you've just got people like Intoki getting drunk, Shinpachi's singing the whole time, the girls are all arguing over this crazy shit, Hasegawa was there, poor man. That was like brutal, getting beaten up by Tai. Like, a lot of the time in anime it gets so ridiculous that you just take it as purely comedic. They'll get like a giant bump on their head and it's like, aha, that's funny. But he was swelling like just enough to be really noticeable, but not so much where it was too over the top to where it kind of seemed more realistic. and the squishing sound that was making, I was like, god damn, dude, you're just gonna take it. Okay, that was brutal. But yeah, out of all those girls, Sachan definitely I pick as the best. But nobody can compare to Kagura. There's a lot of funny little individual jokes in there. Otose she's adding me out, or her sentences, putting on the schoolgirl uniform, trying to appeal when she's just not Otose, Catherine. And she's just gross cat lady. Otose's just there, and I never made the Orochimaru voice connection. That was another reference in there, and at first I just thought it's a reference, and then there was a note on the screen that said that she has the same voice as Orochimaru, and I was like, oh shit, yeah. Huh. I just never really thought about that, but sure enough, thinking about it. Really long conversation about Gintoki's swelling penis. Going to a female doctor, and that'll just make it swell more. Yeah, some funny jokes in there for sure. I just think it went on for a bit long. But I do like that Gintama is the kind of series where you can just have all of these lunatics sitting in a bar screaming at each other over this ridiculous shit. And I like the part where they were saying, like, oh no, you can't be the heroine, your glasses are too similar to Shinpachi, you need this certain thing to stand out, you need this, and this. It makes me wonder if those things are literally things that, like, Sorachi's editor told him. Like, maybe when he introduced Sachan, he said, like, don't give her glasses because it's too similar to Shinpachi. Like, Shinpachi's the glasses guy. You never know about something like that, if that's something that, or maybe not literally, but it's similar to something that he had actually been told and then incorporated in the story. You never know, but either way, those references are fun. There really were a lot. I really, like I said, Evangelion with the Gendo Ikari, even though I've never seen the show, I've seen that image, and I think that's probably pretty iconic, and it looked pretty cool here. It's on the Patreon polls, though. It'll get watched one day, probably. But yeah, I'm looking forward to next time to see the Elizabeth breakout plan. I don't know if she got captured when she was homeless, when Katsura was hanging out with the girl in the shop in that one episode not that long ago. But either way, she was captured because she's recognized as being associated with him, and they gotta go save her. But if we can get some crazy Elizabeth stuff, that can be fun, because like I feel if you cut her head off, it'd probably just grow back. We can get some weird ass shit from her. Them in the ninja outfits. They remind me of, I know there's a whole ton more Sentai stuff, tokusatsu, whatever, transforming hero stuff in Japan, but, you know, Power Rangers is what I'm familiar with from my childhood, and these outfits remind me of the ones that they get in the first Power Rangers movies when they go to that planet and they get the ninja outfits. But yeah, that'll be fun watching them be ninjas and try to break out Elizabeth and whatnot. We'll see how that goes. That should be fun. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on this episode. If you enjoyed it more than I did, I didn't hate it or anything. It's just not one of my favorites. Your thoughts on Kagura, the other women in the show, the other women in Shonen Jump, or just in manga and anime in general. Favorite characters, least favorite. We can have lengthy discussions about all that shit. That'll be fun. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed. Check out all the links down there, Twitter, Discord, Patreon, all that great stuff. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I will see you in the next one.